Hi everyone. So before we start, let me just ask you one question. Have you ever felt true luxury? The one that makes you feel like royalty the moment you step in?
Imagine a place where elegance meets comfort.
Where the service is top notch. Where the guests don't just stay, they come here for an ultimate luxurious experience.
That's what Zarqa Grand is all about. A 7-star hotel in the heart of Abu Dhabi, offering a world-class accommodation and fine dining. And now we are going to talk about our introduction of our business. Our business is in the hospitality sector of UAE, the heart of UAE, Abu Dhabi. And I'll be talking about the business the market that we are tapping in. The word mice. It's not the rodent that is on a house. It's the mice. It's about market and it's about the people who are corporate visitors in UAE. It's a huge market. So 20 billion plus people, 20 billion plus revenue are generated annually, and some tourist attractions are there. That is F1 Grand Prix that is happening annually, and 50,000 plus visitors are visiting. So I'll be talking about our business vision of the business. That we are going to be the most luxury hospitality brand in UAE within 5 years. Like if we are starting in 2025, we are targeting 5 years is going to be diversified across the UAE, not only to Abu Dhabi. And for the mission, I'll be talking about initial phases. In the early phases, within 2 years, we'll be expecting 70% of occupancy. Then we'll be expanding it to 100% or maybe more than that while that diversification. Some legal compliances are that we'll be registering as LLC, that is liability company, and we'll be securing all the documents that are necessary, like sustainability, that is on major focus these days. And again about location and infrastructure, that is going to be prime hospitality property, that is AAD somewhere 800 to 200 square feet. And about investments, that is going to be our 14 million dirham in initial phases. And for investment, we'll be seeking either debt or equity, not more than 5%. And we are team of 5, further information about marketing, HR, operations, and other things will be explained by my team. Okay. So I'll be inviting Ratan Singh for the further.
I'll be talking about product and offering. We are providing luxury accommodation for our guests, which includes deluxe, executive, and presidential suites. Dining at Zarqa Grand has multi-cuisine restaurant, which has with Michelin stars chefs. We also provide rooftop lounge where people can sit and enjoy Emirati cuisine nights, and people who are into fitness and lifestyle, for them we provide spa, wellness center, gym, pool, and yoga sessions. For business and events, we provide conference halls, luxury banquets, and hybrid event spaces, which are perfect for corporate meetings, weddings, VIP event hosting. Now I'll pass my mic to Siddharth.
So to understand the market opportunities, we have performed a MABA analysis for the better understanding of market and business attractiveness. So according to me, according to the market research, market attractiveness is really high for our business, and it depends on the key 4 factors. One is strong tourism and business hub, that Abu Dhabi is, and a government investment in mega projects, and high demand for luxury experiences that the consumers want, and the stable economy and high disposable income. Whereas the challenges that our market would face is the seasonality of tourist footfall and intense competition. Whereas the business attractiveness is moderate to high. That depends on the brand value and differentiation, and strategic location advantage in the heart of Abu Dhabi, and government and corporate partnerships. Whereas a focus on sustainability, such like with the LEED certifications and green hospitality. Whereas the challenges for our business would be the high operational cost and intense competition. And to understand the environment, we would like to explain the best analysis for the market environment, understanding the market environment. So the political factors would involve 9% corporate tax and strict labor laws of UAE, and economic would be a strong tourism sector, whereas social factor would be preference for luxury experience of consumers, and technological we would implement the advanced technology for CRM tools, systems, and AI-driven personalization. And ecological would be UAE's focus on sustainability, and legal would be compliance with the various UAE's that is required to open a hotel in UAE. So I would like to call Izan for financial forecast.
Hi all. So I'll be speaking about the finance. So let's look at some numbers. So the initial investment that we'll be starting off with will be 30 million dirhams. So it'll be a mix of equity and debt. Moving on to this cost, will cover the infrastructure, the operational and the technical part, the requirements that are there, and the initial marketing cost. So our cost structure is carefully structured so as to gain the full efficiency of our capital. So it will be divided into fixed and variable costs. Fixed costs covering salaries, maintenance, rent, etc., which is going to be around the calendar year. And variable costs will totally depend on the operational viability that we are going throughout the year. So our business cycle is basically divided into two parts. One being the peak season from November to March, where the climate of Abu Dhabi is very good, and we have more number of visitors, and we have a lot of festivals like Grand Prix and Dubai Abu Dhabi Festival as well. So during this period, we are expecting an occupancy of around 85% for 150 rooms, and an average daily rate of around 780 dirhams. And in non-peak season, that ranges from the April to the October season, where there's a hot climate and not much visitors are there. We are expecting an occupancy rate of about 60% and an average daily rate of rooms at around 500. So to see the average rate of cost per room that we are estimating is about 300 to 250. That is for peak season and non-peak season. Moving on to the pricing and revenue strategy, we have broadly two main streams of revenue. First being the room pricing, the room selling, and the second being the restaurant operations. So our room selling operation accounts to about 70% of our revenue in the 13 million, and 30% from the restaurant operations. Moving on to the numbers or the profitability, we are expecting a profitability of gross profit percentage of about 80%, and an operating profit or EBITDA of about 29%, and net profit about 3%. So moving on, I'd like to call Soul for operations.
Thank you, Ron, for a detailed explanation of the financials of Zarqa Grand. Now let's begin to the operations part. The development and infrastructure will be taken care by a third-party organization. They'll cater our designs and interiors and meet all the amenities that are required for us to offer to our guests. Apart from that, for the runtime operations, we'll have PMS and POS. PMS, that is the product management system, which will have the real-time data of what are the raw material, what we have, the amenities, everything will be added to it in the real time. There will be a team with a chef who will be procuring the necessary materials for the restaurant, for the day-to-day cuisines that are being offered to the guests. Apart from that, when you look into the POS system, it will have the data or the live data of what are the rooms that are available, the conference hall, the other amenities or the swimming pool and other tourist facilities that are being provided by the organization, and making sure that there is no stoppage or there is no hindrance in the process. Apart from that, we are also making sure that the staffs, around 120 to 180 staffs are trained well, so that every problem is catered by every staff, so that they are not in a position where they're shifting it to someone else or they just made them to wait. The guest has to be given an ultimate experience of luxury over here. Apart from that, we will be also giving them a tourist experience also. Nearby desert rides and also the quad bike rides and all, which will be provided to the guests. A pickup and the drop service will also be provided for the guests at the same time.
So now I would like to conclude my business. I would start with again the cultural blending that we are having in India and UAE. I'll talk about a king that was in medieval period, that is Jamhuriyat, and he used to have a good hold on spices. So we are going to sell the culture, not just the rooms or the food. I'll talk about the brand name, that is Zarqa. Zarqa is a Urdu word and it means blue, that is for royalty, and blue also has a significance in Indian culture. So we are selling the Indian the blend of UAE. So yeah, that is it.